Welcome back to Radical and Relevant. Our reading today is from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, verses 57 through 62. As they were going along the road, a man said to Jesus, "I will follow you wherever you go." And Jesus said to him, "Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." To another he said, "Follow me." But he said, "Lord, let me first go and bury my father." But Jesus said to him, "Leave the dead to bury their own dead. But as for you, go and proclaim the kingdom of God." Another said, "I will follow you, Lord, but let me first say farewell to those at my home." And Jesus said to him, "No one who puts his hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God." What is it that jumps out at you today? Remember, each day we're looking for one word, one phrase, one idea. It could be different for you, it could be different for me, it could be different for 100 people. That's okay. But that is how God speaks to us through the scriptures, and that ultimately is what we're trying to do here each day, is learn to listen to God speaking into our lives, speaking to us through the scriptures and into our lives wherever we are today, whatever it is we have going on in our lives. I think the idea that jumps out at me today is excuses. I think, again, if we took a very literal read on what Jesus is saying here, I think it could cast, Jesus in sort of a harsh light, or accuse him of being pretty harsh with people here. But if we look at it as a whole, what we see here is we see people saying yes but no. We see people saying yes but not now. We see people saying yes, but it's not convenient right now, so I'll do it when it's convenient. And I'm like that, and I'm like that sometimes. Not all the time, but I'm like that sometimes. And I think it's good for me to realize that. I think it's good for me to see that, because I don't want to be like that. I want to be the one that says yes to God and that responds like immediately, instantaneously, generously, abundantly. And I do have my excuses, and I do have my justifications, and I had a teacher in high school. I'm thinking about him right now. Sometimes we'd say things in class, and he would say something like, "That is excellent nonsense, Mr. Kelly." And just the idea of marrying those two words together, like excellent nonsense. And I think my excuses and my justifications are excellent nonsense. And I want to be called out of that. I want to be challenged out of that. That's what I am challenged in this reading to do today, is to respond more generously and faster to whatever it is God is calling me to do, large or small. Have a great day, and be bold, be Catholic.